Oh, the holidays are the most delicious time of year. They can also be the fattiest. So here to make them a little bit healthier is nutrition myth buster, Dr. Jonny Bowden. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure as always. And isn't that pumpkin pie just killing you with the smell?
I know, I'm salivating
I
over
can't wait to
it
give
right
it
now.
to you, right?
Well, let's start with sweeteners because this is the time of year when we're baking the pies, the cookies.
It is.
Some better ways to make things sweet without all the calories in the sugar.
Right. So sugar, as I've written many, many times and said many, many times, is the real problem in the diet. It's not fat. It never was fat. It is, in fact, sugar. So what do? We're not going to get rid of it. We're not going to eat things that aren't sweet. We can tell ourselves we're not going to eat the pumpkin pie and the sweet potatoes. We are. So how can we do some damage control? So there's a lot of, and we eat about 150 pounds of this stuff a year per capita. Wow. It's an amazing amount of sugar to consume.
And it makes, all kinds of problems in the body.
We could talk for an hour about the metabolic problems that go on with that. So what can we use? Agave nectar? Absolutely not. This is more like high fructose corn syrup than even high fructose corn syrup. It's 92% fructose. We don't want that.
The agave.
The agave nectar. Complete marketing scam. Organic cold-pressed honey, not too bad. It's got some probiotics in it and some enzymes, but it's still going to have an effect on your blood sugar if you're sensitive to that. Then you've got the artificial sweeteners. These are a metabolic nightmare. Just don't use them. Trust me on this.
That's the Splenda, the NutraSweet, the Equal, all that.
They're really bad. They upset the microbiome, which in fact, influences obesity and a whole bunch of other things. You don't want that. The one I like the best is stevia, but here's the problem with stevia.
And this is stevia, yeah.
That is a particular kind of stevia.
Okay.
I didn't know this before. This is something I learned recently, folks. There's actually as many different varieties of stevia as there are apples. Or varieties of wine. And I didn't usually like stevia when it first came out. It's very healthy, but it had a little bit of an aftertaste.
Okay.
This one has none. This is the most amazing, this pure stuff, which you can bake with and you can make whipped cream with, and you're going to taste it in a minute, is just remarkable. Has no aftertaste, no calories. It's not a sugar alcohol, so you don't get the digestive upset.
Yeah.
This is the thing you want to use. Now, I would
you made
love
this whipped cream.
I just made it outside, and I saved you the noise of the electric mixer, but just try, this is the most incredible stuff. This is the whipped cream, and all I did to make this is heavy cream, organic heavy cream, which you don't have to be afraid of, folks. This is a healthy fat. Yeah. And 1 tablespoon of pure stevia. Of pure, P-Y-U-R-E.
Okay, let's put it on there.
Let's put that on there.
So do I get to sample
You get
this?
to, please. And
it
sample
smells
the whipped
wonderful,
cream,
I can say.
And try the whipped cream with it. And be honest.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous, right?
It's so delicious and it tastes so natural. And it's really sweet.
It is natural.
Yeah.
4 minutes, heavy cream, 1 tablespoon of pure stevia. Mix it up with an electric mixer, 4 minutes, it's done. All right, now what can we do about fat?
Yeah.
Here's one of the biggest mistakes we've made about fat. We've been told to eat nothing but vegetable oil and stay away from saturated fat. That is not true. That's what I wrote about in my book, Smart Fat. Healthy butter, grass-fed butter is fine. Even lard. Organic, real lard, not Crisco, is making a comeback, and a lot of cooks are using it these days. Of course, olive oil is good, but you can't use it at high heat, especially the extra virgin kind. It's good for drizzling, but you don't want to heat it too much. My new favorite oil is Malaysian palm oil.
Palm oil?
Yes, and it's this beautiful red, and it's red because it contains things like carotenoids, like beta-carotene and all the carotenoids, and tocotrienols, which actually help protect the brain after a stroke. So I figure it's going to protect my brain before a stroke. Stands up to heat, has a wonderful taste, Malaysian palm oil, and it's sustainable.
And is that the same as palm kernel oil?
No,
or it's different?
It's not
because
the same
that's the bad one.
Well, that's one I don't like very much. It takes a lot more chemicals and heat to process. Palm oil is sustainable, it's non-GMO, and it has no trans fats. And this is a wonderful oil you can get in a lot of ethnic food stores and things like that.
And coconut oil is good
too,
right, Jonny?
I love coconut oil. It has a lot of antiviral fatty acids like lauric acid. You can totally use coconut oil as well. I didn't bring that because I think people know more about coconut oil than they do about Malaysian palm oil.
I didn't know about this.
And the reason I mentioned Malaysia is because that country has done so much for their environment and not to hurt the orangutan habitats, which you hear a lot about some countries where they make palm oil, they destroy the habitat of the orangutans. I love orangutans. I don't want that. That's why I kind of support Malaysia, because they're really good about that stuff.
Yeah. So bottom line, there's a lot of great sugar substitutes, and don't be afraid of the good fats.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And we'll stay trim all through the holidays.
Hopefully,
then,
yes.
right?
Yes.
For more on Jonny's book, Smart Fat, you can just go to our website, kcal9.com, and click on Seen on TV.